ICDL Arabia Digital Marketing Certification. When Mr. Christian starts his presentation, you can be asking him questions throughout his presentation. While for Rania Al-Qaisi, please wait till the end. We'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. You can send them through the questions section in the webinar. And if we don't have time to answer all the questions, we will be sharing with you our details, so you can send us all your questions and inquiries to our email or also call us by phone. So Mr. Christian will start now with his part.
Thank you so much, Hannah, and thank you to ICDL for having me here today.
Can they hear us? Ask them, can they hear us?
All right. My name is Christian Farioli, and I'm a digital marketing lecturer, speaker, consultant, and I'm going to share with you a lot of ideas and information about how important is nowadays digital marketing, and also how important it is to be certified. We're going to talk about a quick introduction about digital marketing, because I've seen in my career a lot of misconception about it. We talk and we will see live numbers. What is ROPO? This is one of the key initial topics to introduce digital marketing. We're going to see the digital marketing framework, what does it mean, and some hot trends that I can see them around now, and I can see that they're going to still around until the 2020. So if you last until the end, you're going to see a lot of good information. We're going to see in the meantime some inspiring case studies, so how digital marketing changed the sphere. Now, traditional marketing is what increases the visibility of your brand, the company products on shelves. We all go to the supermarket, we all got attracted by fancy, shiny products, boxes. Actually, this is part of the traditional marketing, what has been around for decades. But what is digital marketing? Digital marketing, when I introduce myself, a lot of people, including senior executives, they think that digital marketing is about websites. And honestly, I get this a lot. Digital marketing is not a website. If you have a website or not, you can still do digital marketing. Again, the website is a tiny little portion of what's digital. Other company and people, when I introduce myself, they told me that digital marketing is e-commerce, so you do e-commerce, but we don't sell nothing online, so we don't need digital marketing. Actually, digital marketing is not e-commerce. You may sell something online or not. You may be an education, a university center, or a school, or a hospital, or a lawyer. And people, they found you online, but they're not buying your products online. So definitely is not e-commerce. And then what about Facebook? Facebook is, second, I think that's, yeah, sharing. Facebook, a lot of people, they think that digital marketing is just social media, what has been around already for more than a decade. And finally, company and university and education and students, they realize how important it is for the business and also to look for their careers. And they appeal to Facebook, or Twitter, Snapchat, etc., etc., etc. Now, Facebook is an important component, but I'll give you another big tip. That's from a Princeton researchers that happens 2 years ago. They announced and they predict that this year, in 2017, Facebook will lose 80% of its users. Now, that's a big, bold statement, considering that Facebook is the largest country in the planet, with more users than any other country. But this research comes from Princeton, so it's not an independent little entity. The idea is that the evolution of Facebook has been like a virus. So people have been using and spreading Facebook across cultures, exactly like a virus spread its infection. So when the virus has infected all of the cells and all of the individuals, suddenly the virus died with the individuals. This is a bold statement again, but there is his idea behind that. In the United States, more and more people are stopped using Facebook. Professionals are stopped using Facebook. So it's not a surprise that sooner or later, eventually, the Facebook population will drop in favor of other population, like the Asian and the Africans, which are continuing using Facebook, and they will grow, but we cannot rely only exclusively on social media, because we risk that at the end of the day, one day there is not going to be any more interest in it. So it's better not just to focus on that, but in a lot of other subjects. So again, coming back to our question, what is digital marketing? Is it Google? Is it what we do around Google, like a pay-per-click or a search engine optimization? It's not only about that. Again, Google is an interesting channel, very useful, very powerful, very strong. But it's not only about Google. So let's leave aside for a minute what is digital marketing. I'll leave you with a little bit of suspense. What skills are required to understand and to practice digital marketing? This is a big question that students or even professors, they ask me, because they don't know what kind of training, what kind of course are going to be the best for their students to build a digital marketing career. So is it something for salespeople, for marketing people, for IT technology geek? And to answer this question, I'm going to tell you quickly my story with Christian Farioli. This used to be me at the age of 5. And at the time, I used to play a lot with technology toys and tools, etc. And my parents told me, one day you're going to become an engineer. And that stuck to my mind. Until many years later, here we are, I became an engineer. As you see from my bedroom, that was a little bit messy. And the Xbox was one of the first ever shipped in the market. And I won it thanks to an artificial intelligence competition from Microsoft. Now, these are all cool stuff. Technology is a good thing. But in technology, there are not much money to be made as an IT geek. Here we are, I joined sales, and I started making money, but lacking the passion for technology. Until one day, I realized that with all of this knowledge, with all of this know-how, why I cannot program the computer and the technology to help generating sales. And here we are, striking moments where finally, several years ago, I realized that there was something called digital marketing that was doing exactly that. And ever since, I've been teaching more than 3,500 marketing executives in Middle East. And I've been speaking at more than 30 conferences. I got awarded many times. Just to let you understand that it's not an IT geek that has to become a digital marketer, or is not a marketer that can become a digital marketer, or is not a salesperson. It can be a combination of them. You can be passionate about one subject and then move into another one. Now, it's not mandatory to follow a special career to become a digital marketing executive. And let's see what officially is the definition of digital marketing, which is that is the process of building and maintaining customer relationships through online activities to facilitate the exchange of ideas, products, and services that satisfy the goals of both parties. How do I know that? I don't. I Google it. Now, if you need to Google it, and this is what students are doing on a daily basis, they find out the definitions. The fun enough, they don't need to go to school anymore. They simply Google what they don't know, and they get an immediate answer. But because you are here today in this webinar, let's see what for me is digital marketing. For me, it's getting customers using only the computer and internet. This is what is never going to change. Today is through Facebook, through Google, through Snapchat. Tomorrow there is going to be new platform and new ideas. But bottom line is going to be the same. So students are required to have enough computer skills, enough sales and marketing skills to perform digital marketing tasks. Simple as that. Now, how important are digital marketing certifications? Because nowadays, every company requires digital marketing people. And universities are not creating digital marketers. That's obvious, because there isn't yet a study program in it. But how important are the certifications? By looking simply at Google and searching for digital marketing jobs, we got 20 million results. So this means that in the world there are 20 million possible jobs or pages related to digital marketing jobs. Now, everyone can claim that, sorry, there is a feedback to the volume music. So everyone can claim that, yes. Okay, so everyone claims that he's a digital marketing expert, but claiming something doesn't make you an expert. I can claim that I'm good in law, but if I don't have a degree in law, it doesn't make any sense. So certification is the only way to make sure that somebody is really qualified for a job. Because even HR departments are not qualified to test the digital marketing knowledge of a person, of a candidate. This is why university, at the moment, not offering comprehensive learning in digital marketing, they need something to state, like the certification. Also, another interesting part is that companies are requiring knowledge proof from their digital marketing candidates. Now, a company realized that once you hire a digital marketing manager that comes from a big company, doesn't mean that he knows a lot. It means that simply got lucky to get a job in a big company, and eventually he can keep going. But when I start assessing people and team, and when I train people in digital marketing, I realize how weak a lot of them they are, including people working for the biggest organization. I'm not going to give you names. So right now, to get an official digital marketing certification is the key for any human being to get a better job. Let's do a quick and simple exercise. Let's see if you can use your chat at the right of the webinar. And the exercise is simple. Rate on a scale of 1 to 10 the importance of the internet to the success of your business or career. So you can write in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, just a number. How important is internet to the success of your business or the business or career or your students? I can see some numbers coming. Very good. All right, I can see some 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now, in my opinion, it's 10. Not because eventually this is exercise and you are supposed to say 10, but why? For the main reason, which is there is where your customers are. Once your customers are in Dubai Mall and they got attracted by seeing the biggest aquarium screen in the world, etc., etc., there is only one reason why they're going there, to then eventually go in the shops nearby and purchase products. This is why their shops, they pay a fortune to be in Dubai Mall. But now, with digital marketing, you don't need to blast the visual, and you don't need to blast your wallet and to get the best spot in a Dubai Mall. So you need to be where your customers are. And when your customers are online, here we are. Now, we need digital marketing. A lot of company and organizations, they think and they pretend that it's not for them, that is different, that their sector is different. I heard this for the last 15 years. So there is no difference for me. These are just a small example of some of the customers I've been working with. So what is to do? A concept of David Guetta with Commercial Bank of Qatar. What is to do? Jitex with properties. Now, we all know that nobody purchases properties online, right? But everyone research online to decide which property or which company is the best for them. We don't buy car online, but we research online for the characteristics, for the features, for what car is the fastest, which car take less petrol, etc., etc. So at the end of the day, bottom line, every possible consumer is online. These are interesting topics, but for me, even more interesting are the latest clients. Latest clients means the media clients. Media clients such as Zavia, Gulf News, CNBC, and CNN. This has been statistically the best clients against digital marketing. And because of that, companies has been struggling to get them and to make sure that digital is not going to interfere. And I remember about what's happened a few years ago where Gulf News purchased the most advanced printing press in the planet. This was $500 million. So this was the most advanced and effective printing press in the planet. At the same time, they sent 6 of their marketing team to learn digital marketing. So at the time, they realized that digital was not the enemy, was the best ally to sell even more advertising, to generate even more traffic for the new platform and also for the existing, for the magazine, for the Gulf News. And another interesting fact about CNN and CNBC is that a long time ago they realized that the best way to provide better news is to ask their readers. But you cannot ask your reader in a magazine or in a TV. So they did it from their websites. And this is how they get important information, and from that they start changing the way to deliver news to the public. So this was an amazing concept. And if we look at Zavia, the biggest financial portal in Arabic language in the Middle East, they became so big that finally got acquired by Thomson Reuters, the #1 giant of business news. And all of this thanks only to digital marketing. Now, here we are, and I want to show you some live numbers. And I want to make you think that in the last 12 seconds, 150,000 YouTube views happens on a mobile phone. in the last 20 seconds, 2.5 million likes happen on Facebook. 2.3 million video viewed on Snapchat in the last 28 seconds. Now, think back what I showed you before. Dubai Mall, with almost 200,000 visitors a day, can cry in front of these numbers in 40 seconds. In 40 seconds, the online world is beating up Dubai Mall 1,000 times. So this is what makes you realize, wow, we are really missing out something big. What does it mean for me, digital marketing? It means grab these numbers. So these are big things, we all agree with it. But when we can grab some of this number, a portion of it, then we can say that we're doing digital marketing. In any other case, just because we add the title digital in front of our marketing manager doesn't mean that we are a digital marketing manager. It means that we are a marketing manager that pretend to be digital. But when we are grabbing some of this number, then we really are doing digital. Why is that? Because a TV-centric age has finally gone. What does it mean? It means that people are not looking anymore to television to understand and decide what product to purchase. People are using internet to decide. Even if a TV ad shows you that you get this amazing cream and your face looks 20 years younger, everyone knows that it's not going to be right. And they want to be sure by searching online to find out if it's true or not. But if online they say don't buy this cream because if you are ugly, you remain ugly, nobody's going to buy the cream, no matter what expensive advertising is showing off. So this is the internet-centric age where even a 6-year-old kids understand that TV advertising is lying to you, is lying to the consumer. Even more, everyone at the age of 12 or 13 years, they start studying marketing. So every consumer now knows that marketing is brainwashing you. This is even more important because there is no way that people are going to buy thanks to traditional marketing. And here we are with the concept of ROPO, what I mentioned you at the beginning. ROPO say that consumers research online, but they purchase offline. And it's been proven that 50% of consumers visit a store within a day of local search on a smartphone. This means that before going to shop, they consult a smartphone or the internet or their computer to understand what's good and what's bad. Then they go confident to buy what they already know. So they don't need a salesperson in the shop to tell them what's good, what's bad. Most of them they already know because they research about it. And here it's an example of what sectors are affected by ROPO most of the time. So travel is the #1 sector at the moment. Technology is the second. And then it comes finance and real estate, retail, groceries and healthcare. So this means that no matter what sector we are or what sector our students are going to go work for, they're still going to need to learn how to attract customers online to get people purchasing in their business, in their activity. Even more, the growing sector now, it's exactly healthcare, the one that is really low right now. But I'm sure that all of you, when you have a pain, when you feel something bad in your body, you Google it, you search online for a solution. So this should make you think that even a doctor that studied 5 years in the university, plus 3 years of master, plus 2 years of practicum, at the end of the day, is beaten up by internet. Consumers are Googling, are searching before going to the doctor. So this means that as a marketer, we need to be educated and we need to be prepared to understand what does this means and how can we influence consumer before going to the doctor, to the shop, or taking a medicine. Coming back to our social media, everyone knows that the best successful example of social media has been Barack Obama election in 2008, where it has been proven several times that Barack Obama won the American presidential election only thanks to social media. Now, this was almost 10 years ago. Now, social media is old. It's very old and outdated. There is still possibility to do things, but it's not the only way. Now, we talk about the digital marketing framework, which is strategy, SEO, pay-per-click, email marketing, display, social media, mobile, analytics, and planning. This is what a student should know to understand the proper the big picture of digital marketing. And not only that, these are some of the pillars of digital marketing, but every few days or few weeks or few months, something new come out, like affiliation marketing, like video marketing, like viral marketing, digital coupons, remarketing, retargeting. Every day there is a new crazy marketer inventing new strategy to get customers cheaper than before. And then there are others inventing a combination of them, like the SOMOLO, social, mobile, local. What does it mean? That combining some of the strategy like social media, mobile marketing, and local marketing, we can get other customers. Now, all of this, it's a beautiful picture, but what's missing? You will see at the bottom of the circle that is missing something. What's gonna be? Pizza. I'm joking. It's missing you. It's missing the implementation. If all of this remain a theory from just the university, then nothing is gonna be implemented. But once you have a solid certification and you've done practice and you know how to do these things and you put this in practice, this is how you revolutionize a company. And here are some of the examples. Now, people understand finally that to be successful, your company needs to appear first in search, either in the paid or in the organic. And how can you do that? With two techniques called search engine optimization and pay-per-click. Now, this is the definition by the book, but you can Google it and get the definition by the book. What for me means do SEO? SEO is the art of make your website first in search. No matter what and how and what way, when your website is appearing first in search, you are an SEO artist. And what is pay-per-click? Is the VIP shortcut to be first in search. This means if I cannot wait months to finally appear first in search, I pay the search engine to do some advertising and it's going to put me there. Another interesting concept within the digital marketing sphere is digital display advertising. So, which is graphically rich online advertising presented in consistent site formats. Now, these are banner ads. So, when we place a banner in the main street of our country, that's the traditional banner, outdoor banner. But when we talk about digital banner, we talk about this. So, when we place graphically rich advertising in a website, this has been the oldest form of digital advertising ever invented. But the point is not anymore just to create visually appealing banner. This has been the old school. In the new school, there are split testing. So write on your chat which banner do you think is the most effective nowadays, if banner number 1 or banner number 2. So write on the chat. Okay. We can see some results. Now, I can tell you that whatever you wrote, the right answer is I don't care. As a marketer, I don't care if you think that this is better or that is better, if it's better number 1 or number 2. As a marketer, I think I put online both on a rotation and I will see what my customer like the most. Some of you will like more the 1, some of you will like more the 2. But at the end of the day, it's my customer which decide. Of course, I know that statistically and by the communication, when you put the face with eyes looking at you, you get more clicks and it's more appealing. But we cannot be certain all the time, especially because there are so many different audience and millennials have such a crazy vision compared to the older people and older generation that we cannot guarantee that one banner is going to be more effective. This is why we put a set and we see, thanks to split testing, which one performed better. Even better, the differentiation between 10 years ago or 15 years ago when the banner advertising appeared and today is that we can target people in 3 different ways: contextual, behavioral, and remarketing. Contextual means that we can place banner in specific website and in specific page that makes sense for our audience. Behavioral means that we can pinpoint users one by one and we're going to only show banners to those that they need special requirements. For example, only people which are male from 20 years old until 30 years old. Only these people will see that. So this is a behavioral targeting. And then there are remarketing, something that now I call it digital stalking. When I'm sure that you've been to look at a resort in Maldives in booking.com, and for a few months, the resort is following you no matter where you go. So I'm sure that you have been experiencing that. That's called remarketing, and it's a very effective tactic of doing banner advertising. How digital can help brands? If you are working for a startup, a small company, a big company, a corporate of a big brand, how digital is helping brands? I'm almost sure that all of you know or have heard about Just Falafel. Not only people in the UAE, but people in Middle East. I'm sure that you have seen the Just Falafel. Has been the first page reached 1 million likes in Facebook. Now it's almost around 2 million likes. So I'm sure that most of you, they click like in Just Falafel Facebook page. But who of you really tried that? Because by clicking like doesn't mean that your company is going to be successful. The only thing that means is that your brand is going to be bigger. And how big it was Just Falafel? Achieving awards and awards and awards and awards year after year after year. This is how big became Just Falafel. Now it's in 9 countries. So this is what does it mean to build a brand. And another example comes from one of my ex-students that he's working for the University of Science and Technology of Ajman, and he, as a head of marketing, he realized that there was a lot of complaint for not answering the phone. So people complain that when they called the University of Ajman, nobody answering the phone. And they got shocked because they have an amazing receptionist and she answered 80 to 100 phone calls a day. But Ahmad realized that looking at the phone system, the number of calls coming through were more than 300. So out of those, only 100 or 80 can answer. The others, they were just lost. So imagine that one mother is calling the university asking that she want to enroll his kids to the university, but nobody answered the phone. So after maybe the second attempt, you can guess that the mother is never going to call back the university and you lost a student. Simply by listening with the proper tools online and acting in the normal world. So in the world of the university, that's it. They set up a call center and suddenly they start getting more students. What does it mean, plan digital marketing? We have seen the nice number charts rolling. What does it mean, planning digital marketing? It means study how to grab these numbers. Once we make a plan and we think, okay, out of this, how many we can get, how we can get those. We prepare the plan. Here we are, our digital marketing action plan. Good stuff? Interesting stuff? Can you write a comment on the right just with your comments about what we have seen so far? Was it interesting comment? Good. All right. And now, because you last until now, I'm going to share with you 6 of the hottest digital marketing trends for 2017, 2020. But before, I'm going to leave you with a 1-minute pause. They asked me from the technical team. So we're going to come back in 1 minute. In the meantime, feel free to chat. Now, we have from our poll, we ask if you offer any digital marketing course in your university. So 38% of you say yes, 15% say no, 46% planning to offer. That's very good news. That I can see that year after year after year, the number of trainings and official trainings from universities is growing about digital marketing. Because until now, I got more and more often students that they just finish a master in marketing from one of the leading university, and what they do, they come just to do 5 days full immersion digital marketing training. So that for me was shocking that a student, after paying heavy money to do a big master in marketing, is not equipped with the digital tools to understand and especially to play in the actual market situation. So it's good to know from your side that more and more universities are planning to offer digital marketing trainings. Also, I got asked often by big employers if within some of my students there is somebody very smart that is worth hiring for big companies. So that's good to know that market is growing. Now, we have a couple of questions. Eventually, we can just go through the hot digital marketing trends and then leave the question at the end. So we're not going to risk to finish late. Now, the first trend is that company demand bigger and bigger digital analysts. What does it mean? If you are not 100% able to read this chart, this means that you need a data analyst. Now, data analysts, they came typically from finance. Then also IT starts requiring data analysts. Nowadays, even marketer and digital marketer need to be analyst savvy to be able to understand numbers without asking somebody to prepare a report for them every day or every week. So this is the first trend. This makes sure that people are going to be able to read a chart like that, because to an untrained eye, this can look like a disaster. This was exactly one of the companies that I was working with, and I'm still working today. So when I started, we got almost 1,000 sessions a day. But in a matter of 1 month, 1 month and a half, we brought it down to 200 sessions a day. Now, somebody of you can think, are you crazy or what? You work for a company and you bring down the traffic? Of course, because the game and the goal of the company was to increase the number of clients, not traffic. They were never getting even closer to get 1,200 clients a day. So after a while, we start increasing the number of goals, the number of conversion. This is what the company was looking at. Bottom line, for those of you that are analytical savvy, know what does it mean the bounce rate. We brought it down to 2.5%, and the cost to advertise online went down from $25,000 to $4,500 per month. But at the same time, the revenue increased 900%. So this is what an analytical savvy marketer know how to play with numbers. And these are the kind of results that you can expect. Now, another trend, which is not a very new trend, but it's something that I see year after year after year. For me, it's one of those evergreen trends, which means that CEO will need to be more and more social, which means they will need to be more present in the different social network platforms. This is something that is going around already for a while, but very few CEO are actually doing it. One of the main reasons is that they are not educated to how they can do social media. For CEO, for senior manager, nobody expects them to post interesting stuff every day or to chit chat. Definitely, it's a different game for a senior manager. But the other reason why they're not doing it is that they don't see a benefit. It's not that they don't see, they are not able to measure the benefit. This is an example of Eric Lefkowski. This was him, this is not me, this is Eric Lefkowski, that has been doing yoga in front of a Christmas tree, almost naked. Eric Lefkowski, for those of you that doesn't understand who this crazy guy is the CEO and founder of Groupon. The company whose revenue is $2.3 billion per year. So Eric Lefkowski appeared in front of a Christmas tree in underwear without any problem. And Groupon is still growing. So this just to break some of the misconception that many of you have about social media. Now, another big trend, the third trend for me, is that business will require to provide clearer ROI for their social media investments. As I say, either if your CEO is posting or your social media team is posting, company need to provide ROI, not about posting and count just how many likes you get. You need to count what kind of money you're getting out of it. And a company that is doing it is KLM. KLM has been awarded as the best social media responsive company, etc., etc. The interesting fact is that KLM proved that they make 25 million euro per year from social media, thanks to 150 social media agents. Now, none of your company will ever hire 150 social media agents immediately if you don't prove that you get ROI out of it. But once you get, of course, 150 people, no problem. Let's hire even more if we can get more money out of it. And then another interesting and dark secret of digital marketing is unfortunately coming. In the United States, it started a long time ago. Recently, we start seeing, even in the Middle East, what's called click fraud. Now, finally, people understand what is pay-per-click, what is Google AdWords, how to advertise online. But there are more and more click fraud. So computers and people paid just to click your advertising and to make you disappear, to make you pay for no clients. Finally, there is something to fight click fraud, something like ClickSeize. That is at the moment the biggest resource to detect click fraud and to counteract. But again, this is just an example. So we all know that there are Facebook fake profiles, but there are even fake clicks in Google. And there are ways to fight that. This is what an advanced marketer should know and should do, not just launch a campaign, pay Google, pay Facebook, and wait that some click or some like will come. And then the fifth digital marketing trend for now is personal branding. This for me is one of the most important for your students, because who is using it at the moment? Entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, chairman, CEO, managing director, trainer, speakers. But students are the one that can benefit from it more than anyone else, because at the end of the university, they don't have any practical experience. So how they can land a job if every other student has exactly the same situation? By using personal branding, by build themselves as a brand, and by promoting themselves as a brand, exactly in the same way that doctors, lawyers, and entrepreneurs are doing it. Who is an expert? There are not so many people able to tell you what is personal branding, but part of digital marketing, it's also the cheapest way to promote themselves online. So why not doing it? Is it interesting? Remarkable? Very good. And then the sixth and the last trend for you today, for 2017 and 2020, is the rise of the CDO. That is the ultimate goal of every digital marketer, to become a CDO. What CDO means? Chief of Digital Officer. Who invented that? I don't know exactly who invented it, but 1.5 years ago, I used to be the speaker of the Bloomberg Business Week to teach company and organization what is the CDO, what CDO means. Actually, the idea is that CDO will become a part of the board, together with the CEO, which set the direction for the company and the new direction for the digital. The CFO provide the capital and control the ROI. The CMO, the Chief of Marketing, will guide the customer and will give the voice of the customer. HR lead the cultural change, and the CEO, the Chief of Operation, embed the change. So CDO is the new goal. Every marketing executive has now a goal. And I'm happy to see some of my very ex-students that I've been teaching from 2012 and 2013, that I saw them now being as the CDO of the huge companies in the region. So this for me, it was a great emotion to see people that in 2-3 years, they become CDO from absolutely zero. So this is how students are now aiming to have a career in marketing. Marketing is not anymore just a job that whoever, they don't know who can do this job, that's a marketing job. No way, the CDO now, it's a proper official role within the board of directors. What does it mean? It means that we all are going to be back to school, especially the senior managers. Is it remarkable? I hope so. And now I left you with the last slide. Coming from Italy, I remember that 20-30 years ago, when there was no internet, no Google, no Facebook, no social media, the world was a different place. And the world of advertising was about shocking. How can you advertise a tire like Pirelli? Pirelli took Carl Lewis, gold medal at the Olympics. He made him wear high heels, and here we are with the slogan, "Power is nothing without control." This was the best award-winning advertising in the history of advertising at the time. This was what was required to produce sales 20-30 years ago. Now, not anymore. Now you have digital helping you big time. This is why I came out with my own tagline: marketing is nothing without digital. So I hope you agree with me and you remember. And as we say in Italy, grazie mille. Thank you so much.
We have a few questions.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so Sanjay is asking the first question.
All right.
Reverse ROPO, also in evidence. Consumers see product in brick and mortar shop, then order online to avail of discounts. Example, Amazon, Souq.com. Any thoughts?
Very good. We have some advanced marketer already here. I'm glad, Sanjay. Now, the concept of ROPO is much bigger than what I explained before, like in 2 minutes. There is a big amount of people researching online and acting online, as there are people researching online and acting offline, and there are people researching offline and acting online. So there are actually 4 different categories of the game. The interesting part, as you mentioned, that nowadays shoppers are researching online while they are purchasing inside the retail. So during the retail experience, finally they decide to come to your shop, but they are researching competitors, or they are researching products if they can get them cheaper. I mean, if they are visiting, even a student is visiting one of your university because they find out that you are offering something amazing that they cannot believe that exists, what they're doing while they visit your campus? They search online with their mobile phone to find out also what other campus eventually they offer that. So it's not anymore that we can be the only one. People are using internet all the time, even when they are doing shopping, even when they're watching TV and advertising on TV. So this is a great point to consider, that no matter what activity we're doing, there are going to be people researching online and act either online or offline. Then we have another question.
Yeah, from Sanjay again. No matter how well a website is SEO optimized, it is very challenging for single brands to show up on top of organic search. So is it even worth investing in SEO? For example, if you Google hotels in Dubai, the paid and organic SERP is populated almost entirely by online travel agency, example Expedia, Booking.com, and so on, and almost no hotel brands. So no chance you'll even appear on first or even second SERP. So why bother with SEO? Any thoughts?
Very good, Sanjay. I like your challenging. Now, SEO is one of the several toys and channels of digital marketing. What I mention always is that we cannot rely only on one. We need to be there in as many channels as possible. For me, SEO is a very important one, not the main one, but a decent one. At the same time, as you mentioned, some companies are better than others. SEO is something that has been around for 15 years. Companies, some of them, they realize how important it has been and has been pushing that day after day after day, year after year after year. Other companies, they simply try, and when they fail, what they do, it's not going to work for me, I'm not going to do it, it's not good. That's the general attitude. Why company like Booking.com puts so much effort in SEO? Because it's their #1 source of leads and money and revenue. This is why they are happy to spend and pay unlimited amount of money to make sure that their website appears first. I can give you some shocking news. The first industry that 15 years ago realized how important and powerful was SEO was the porn industry. Unfortunately, a lot of people searching anything. I remember I used to search how to cook spaghetti, and the first page of Google were only porn websites. So that was the crazy situation of SEO, when the search engine degenerated. The idea is that company didn't figure out how important it was to do SEO, but porn companies, of course, they had the idea, and they put every possible resource into it, until the search engine becomes so smart, and they kill all of those crap websites. So the idea, first of all, is that SEO is a competitive endeavor, and there are easy competition to win, and there are difficult competition to win. So if you know the outcome and you are prepared to do whatever it takes, then there are resources that can help you, and there are tactics that can make you first, no matter what. Second thing is that it's not just about getting first for when people are searching for hotels in Dubai. Of course, that's the biggest keyword, but it's not the only one. So there are websites that I'm working with, and I put them on the first page of Google for 950 different keywords. This is the idea about SEO. Instead of pointing and aiming only at one keyword, you aim at a lot of long tail keywords to make sure that more and more and more people searching for any possible things, they're going to see your website first. Then, of course, let's say it's a competitive endeavor. So the more you compete against bigger guys, the more you need to use big guns. Otherwise, you're never going to win. It's like at the Olympics. You can win the little marathon of your little city, that's fine. But when you want to win the marathon of Dubai, you need to be stronger. You need to be trained more. And if you want to win the marathon at the Olympics, you want to win the gold medal, of course, it's not going to be easy to do. It's not going to be train yourself a few hours a week and you can win the gold medal at the Olympics. You need to be an athlete. You train yourself 8 hours a day for several years until maybe you get the first. And SEO, it works exactly in the same way. Good. I think that's now it's time for me to leave the word to our next speaker, which is going to be Rania Al-Kaisi, Regional Manager of Business Affairs.
Thank you, Chris. Hello, everyone.
Thank you very much for being with us this afternoon. I will give you a brief about our recently launched ICDL Digital Marketing Certification, but I'll go through it with whatever time I still have. The target audience, the program overview and goals, the syllabus with the learning content and tests, and then I'll give you a brief about the Train the Trainer workshops and the training of students on-site workshop, and maybe I'll take a couple of questions and answer them. Chris, of course, went through the importance of endorsing digital marketing teaching at the higher education level. It's obvious how important it is for business major college students. In our view, it's also very important for the students of any major. When they are graduating, they have to be able to market and personally brand themselves and communicate with future employers through digital marketing platforms. Tools, and of course he made it clear how important it is and useful to universities to have digital marketing an integral part of its marketing strategy, enable to recruit new students, communicate with those new students and their parents, and be able to recruit them as new students in the universities. And in answer to that need, the ICDL Foundation has launched Digital Marketing Certification, which is a foundation level program covering the fundamentals of digital marketing. It's actually a mixture of conceptual knowledge and practical skills, needs about 20 to 30 learning hours. The syllabus itself is generic and is developed based on leading platforms of digital marketing like Google Analytics, Hootsuite, MailChimp, and Facebook. Just to give you an example of the type of skills an ICDL Digital Marketing certified candidate would have after successfully completing the certification program. He or she will have skills in creating digital marketing strategy, which is a must-have skill now for a business major graduate. They will have skills in building a web presence for their companies, and they would know how to select appropriate keywords for the search engine optimization, skills in using social media platforms, and setting up those accounts for their future companies. Skills in using a social media management service like the Hootsuite to schedule posts and set up notifications for their companies' campaigns. Skills in engagement with customers and lead generation and sales, and this is what universities can make best use of to recruit new students. Skills in understanding various options of online marketing and advertising, including the search engine, the email, and the mobile marketing. And skills in understanding and using analytics services like the Google Analytics to monitor and improve campaigns. For full list of skills and knowledge, the syllabus of the program covers, you can visit our ICDLArabia.org website and download the full syllabus file. And while you are visiting our website, we highly recommend you try the free assessment test that our team have developed internally, which is actually a fun and user-friendly tool. It is available in both Arabic and English. It has 9 questions and can give any candidate an idea or assessment of his knowledge in digital marketing, and the candidate can share his or her results through social media with whomever he wishes to. The certification program is supported by an approved learning content, which is available in an ebook format in English language only, and it is covering theoretical parts along with practical exercises and each section at the end has practice questions to evaluate the knowledge after each section. Testing can take place in one of ICDL accredited test centers who are offering digital marketing testing. The testing is fully automated through a centralized automated system that we provide to the network of ICDL centers. The test itself is supported by a bank of questions with 4 streams, each stream of 36 questions to just ensure randomization. The test will cover 36 questions out of the bank of questions, and the test duration is 45 minutes, and the success grade is 75. And in support of creating a good base of trainers among the network of ICDL centers, we are planning to launch several Train the Trainer workshops in Dubai and where needed in the GCC. To know more about the workshop and how to register and complete the registration form, you can visit our website and find the link. We have also soft launched the certification program with 4 universities in the GCC by outsourcing a certified instructor in digital marketing, and just to help them offer the digital marketing certification to their end of June graduating students. And we can, for any of you interested to know more about this, you can send us an email and we will provide you with further details. And my last slide is just to show you a sample certificate, the digital marketing certificate, which also shows the language and the date of the successful completion of the certification. I hope I covered enough details, and now I am ready to take any question if available.
Okay, there's one question for you, Rania, so far. I think you covered that, but it's fine to repeat it again. What is the approved, well-known, and recognized certificate for courses in digital marketing?
For us, for foundation level, as I said, and fundamentals, the ICDL Digital Marketing Certification, which is a level 3, according to the UK framework of qualification, and level 4, according to the UAE National Framework Qualification.
Okay. Is it only available in English?
Currently, yes. I think English language is the business market language now. If we saw the demand for the Arabic language, I'm sure our approved partners for the content will be happy to develop an Arabic version.
So how many students should be in the on-site workshop for us to book a workshop? So what's the capacity?
Yeah, the best group size would be 15 to 20 students in on-site students workshop. Okay. Thank you very much for being with us. You can email Hannah with any further question or any needed details. Thank you very much for joining us today.